Hey everyone, it's Buzzbrail96 here. Welcome to another Train Sim World 4 livestream. Continuing the little trilogy on the historic Tees Valley line in the northeast of England. We're taking a look at one of the loco add-ons that came to the game, nearly 3-4 years ago. And that is the BR Class 31. So we'll hop into its journey mode and we'll have some fun. We're going to do, I think, just 2 services today. Firstly, we'll do a cement run, which will go from Darlington to Tees Yard. And then we will go from Saltburn to Darlington on a passenger service. So this one will be in the pouring rain. Wonderful. Okay. Take over this loaded cement train at Darlington and continue it to Tees Yard. Wow, it's been a while since I've been in this. There we go. Instrument lights. Just need to adjust the seat height. It's better. Do the lights, route indicator lights, vacuum brake goods, AWS. There we go. Recent locomotive brake, if it wasn't already. One of the nicer sounding British Rail locomotives in the game. So just a single 31 for today's sunny late morning run. And as always, I'll have to change the HUD type. Don't know why it keeps going back to normal all the time when I want it on minimal. Go on, fella. Might be the wrong type, maybe. Might be the wrong brake type. It was on air brake goods, wasn't it? There we go, it's better. That's why. My mistake. Right, let's get rocking and rolling to Tees Yard, which is just over 11 miles away. Full power. There's a handbrake, isn't there? Oh no, it is released. Fair play. Yeah, the physics on this are very good, especially when it comes to braking. Wheel spinning or something? go. Come on, move. Have we got, is there like a rear locomotive at the back or something? No, we are moving, albeit very slow. I'm surprised we only need one locomotive for this run instead of two. It's normally two. Hey David, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's a nice sounding locomotive. Once we eventually get moving. My God. Might be a reason as to why I haven't done this surface before. Maybe it's broken, I don't know. Well, we're moving. It's a positive. Let me just change the brake type a minute. The controller type a minute. Normally. Just want to see what the brakes are doing. Brake pipe is a 5.5 bar, so pressure, so should be okay. The brake pipe is reading just over 20, so I'm just very confused why we're not going very fast. I thought we'll be faster than this. My bad. There's no switches here. I should have pressed at the beginning. Foot warmer. DSD? Oh yeah, DSD. I don't know if I reset that at all. Compressor switch, battery isolation switch. Okay, that seems all tickety-boo to me. That's the cab light, that doesn't matter very much. It's the AWS ramp. Flower, sunflower. Now I can change the controller type back. Just wanted to take a look at the dials up close and just see what they're reading. I mean, you can see it, but you know, I've got bad eyesight. I'm wearing glasses now, so gaming's getting to me a bit. But yeah, David's right. It's a great sounding locomotive. Came to the game in, I think, the same year as Dees Valley. Sounds from Armstrong Powerhouse, if I'm not excuse me, mistaken. It's a great locomotive. Really is. It performs really well. The characteristics are well represented. It feels different. It's a challenge to operate, especially with loaded cement wagons, as you can see. It could do passenger services on Tees Valley in an unusual way with the Class 101, Speak of the Devil. It's just returning to Darlington from Saltburn. And it's really well used on other routes. You could do rail tour services on ScotRail, the first one, what's it called? Cathcart Circle. You can use it on loads of passenger services on the Diesel Legends of the Great Western. I don't think you can't. Yeah, you can't use it on Northern Transpennine. You can obviously use this on Blackpool branches. East Coast Way. I'm just trying to think of other routes where you can use it. So yeah, there is a selection of routes that you can have a play with the 31, and it will certainly be provide a different challenge every time. Since we're chugging along rather nicely to Tees Yard, just check the points, see if they've been set to the correct positions. You can also do freight services with 2 locomotives, or with just with one, as I'm using here. And you can also run up and down the line, empty or loaded variants of the cement tankers, which is quite cool. Are they tankers or wagons? I call them tankers, but you know, people call them differently. Totally fine. Let's just see. I'll show you. Yes, these are the cement wagons. Really, really good. I mean, the locomotive as well looks really good. And beaten up and weathered, well used. Great interior as well, I must say. So yeah, one of the better loco add-ons for Train Sim World, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper than some of the more recent loco add-ons like your Class 700s and the Cellar Expresses and yeah, pretty good value for the money, I'd say. So you haven't got it, recommend you pick it up. It's worth every penny, no doubt about it. David, over the past 4 weeks, all I've done is timetable routes in the snow, either at sunrise or sunset. Interesting challenge. I enjoy driving in the snow with snowflakes landing on the window and watching the sky. Indeed, certainly a visual treat for you. And there's a Class 20 doing some steel duties. Did that yesterday. No, David, I enjoy all the trains on Tees Valley. Recently just bought all the Saltburn and East Coast Way. It's cool. Awesome. How are you finding them? Good fun? Worth the money? Obviously I'll be biased and say Transpennine is better than the free, because Transpennine's to this day one of my favourite routes in the game, and I love the BR Blue stuff. And you know, people say, you know, the BR Blue stuff doesn't sell, but you know, when with Blackpool branches that's come out, you know, last year, that sold really, really well. It's, you know, probably the best route quality wise has ever been to Train Sim World, and it's a BR Blue route, you know, from the old days. So obviously that's encouraged people to expand its experiences by getting some of the older BR Blue content, like your Northern Transpennines, your Tees Valleys, your Class 20s and 31s, and West Cornwall Local if you want to throw that into the mix, and the heavy freight pack. So yeah, hopefully the historic BR Blue era in Train Sim World is far from over. Hopefully there's more to come, be it routes or loco add-ons, because I think they've consistently produced pretty decent content, really. The British Railway Freight Pack is a brilliant pack for what you're getting for your money. 2 locomotives, different locomotives with 2 different types of wagons. You can't really say that in any loco add-on or gameplay pack, stupid gameplay packs for Train Sim World. Tees Valley is a brilliant product. A lot of variation, a lot of enjoyment, a lot of challenges. The 2 respective local add-ons, the 31 and the Class 20, which I'll be having a drive next weekend stream. They're all really good fun, you know. And obviously Blackpool branches followed up, and was pretty good, very good in fact. I don't have it, but I know it's very good. Judging the reaction, the feedback, the reviews, photographs, etc. West Cornwall Loco was the only bit of a dodgy one, really. Route scenery wasn't brilliant, but you got a Class 150 in there. It's not the best representation of it, but at least we've got one. So room for improvement. That's good. There's always room for improvement. You know what I mean? Just over 8 miles to go until Tees Yard. Conduct the passenger service. Krzysztof, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Train Sim World 5. Yeah. I hope to God that doesn't come out this year. Next year in 2025. That's fair enough, but not this year, please. Don't think my wallet can take anymore. I mean, I've already given up with FIFA, or the EAFC 24 thing. Hope you're well, Christoph, by the way. Hey, Banana Craft, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Indeed, it's a nice locomotive. It's Class 31, which I'm operating today. It's yeah, need I say more? It's a brilliant locomotive. Wonderful locomotive. We enjoy all of them. Oh, fair enough, David. Yeah, if you can get it on a sale or if you can afford it, and yeah, it's worth every penny. 100%. It's better. It's hard for me to say it is. I think it is better than the Class 20. The Class 20 is a little bit light in terms of what it offers. Yeah, it comes with its own set of limestone wagons, but it only adds a measly 4 services, which is nowhere near enough. Speedy. But that is a brilliant locomotive, the Class 20. Very unique, oddball locomotive in Train Sim World. Physics again are great, sound is great. I think they got the recordings from the Great Central Railway. And the look of it as well, but the livery, brilliant livery, I must say. I should stop blabbing now and pay attention on what's in front of me. Feed some air back into the brake pipe. Power now, so it should be okay. Plus on a slight downhill gradient, so that does help. David, I only tend to buy routed locos when there is a sale. Oh, well, I don't blame you, my friend. Since Train Sim World relaunched and they upped the price on all their stuff that's come out since Train Sim World relaunched, I've been waiting for sales. So if I don't blame you. You know, I haven't got the Blackpool branches route simply because I think it's too expensive. I'm not saying it's a crap route or anything like that, but I just think it's way too much. It's not a game; it's an add-on. It's not a main game. So, you know, when you find out that, you know, the price has been increased for really no reason at all. I mean, they can come up with all sorts of wild and wacky reasons as to why. You know, inflation, you know, going up or something like that, cost of living, and, you know, or other factors, let's say, that is outside of their control. But, you know, I personally don't believe it. Yes, they can say inflation and all that, but I don't think so. For me, it's just an excuse to just generate more revenue. So I have very little sympathy for the reason as to why they put the prices up on their products. Yes, they've started varying some of the newer ones, like I remember what was it? Which route was it? The Manchester Glossop line. They decreased the price quite substantially. It's under 20 odd quid, which isn't too bad. The Maintail Barn, that's under 30 quid, I think. Was it 24.99, I think, at the moment. Blackpool Branches is £30, isn't it? So I personally don't like it when, you know, they charge these kind of prices for routes, especially routes that are considered nowhere near worth that price. I mean, look at the Bernina line in Switzerland. It's not the full length run of the route of the Bernina line, and they charge 30 quid for it. I think it's a joke. Will I get it? I probably won't, to be honest. The Allegro is cool and that, but you know, once you play it once or twice, is it really worth? Is it £30 well spent in the end of the day? I personally think not. That's just my view. You know, I will pick up these routes when they're at a price that I deem acceptable, aka it needs a pretty big drop in its price when it goes on sale. And it's far from the only route. You know, I've picked up Midland Main Line, North East Corridor near Trenton. I definitely picked that up at a steep discount. I picked that up for just under 20 quid. Locomotive brake on just to aid the braking. I picked that up for under 20 quid because I don't think that's anywhere near worth 30 quid. Yeah, they've added a new timetable to it, but the route's performance is shocking. What else? Midland Main Line, I picked that up on a discount. Birmingham Cross City, I actually picked it up for Christmas. Not this Christmas just gone, but the one before it. And same goes for Bremen Oldenburg. I slam dunk refuse to pay for routes. Those are at £30. I couldn't care how good they are. It is an add-on at the end of the day, and it's not worth 30 quid. Yeah, not worth 30 quid. It really is as simple as that. Use the locomotive brake. I think it's more effective compared to the train brake. No, it's not realistic, but you know, it's a stream. It's about having fun. Hey Thierry, nice to see you. Hope you're well. No, Thierry, it's not worth 30 quid. Don't be silly. It's an add-on. It's 40 miles. It may look squeaky clean and be good in every department, but it's not worth 30 quid. I'm sorry. Not worth £30. I repeat, it's an add-on, not a game. There's a difference. If it was a main game, I'd have no problem with it. But it's not. You have to remember, 2 games ago, that was priced at what the price of what the main town barn is. So you know, you can't get carried away with something that looks good, you know, and is good. But again, you know, that's just my view. You know, maybe I'm just because I'm just old school, you know. I remember the days when I used to get games on discs. Don't get that anymore. I only have 43 DLCs. God knows how many DLCs I've got. No idea. Increase the power to maximum. Aircraft here will drop in price at some point. Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. You know, they will. You know, when they do, I'll pick them up. It just annoys me sometimes that Dovetail's milking this game without putting very little effort at all at times, so much so they rely on others to produce content, you know, that's actually very, very good. You know, like the main Needed Tower Barn and Blackpool branches. Those routes are outstanding. It would be lovely to have future routes from all the developers that have that level of, you know, consistent quality, you know. But unfortunately, we're not going to get that, and we never will get that. As Dovetail changing their ways, but, you know. such is life. It's sod's law, isn't it? So you just got to grin it and get on with it, I suppose. Doesn't mean to say you should buy all their stuff, but you know, like a stock market. Some of their stuff is good, some of it really, really isn't. Banana Craft FTL games always expensive for the DLC on games. They are. It's very, very true. Just under 1.5 miles to go until T's Yard. Just have a look and see what an industry is over there. I can't quite tell. Interesting. Oh boy, do we need to brake. I don't want to put on the brakes at 100%, otherwise it'll take an age for the brakes to release. It took me an age just to get going. Hope we don't derail. Ooh. This locomotive really is a challenge. Comes to braking, my goodness. Thierry, I have on good authority that Blackpool branches will be on sale in the next 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months. Well, that'll be like the back end of this year then. Where did you hear that then? That it'll be on sale in the next 6 to 12 months. It's very unusual of someone to say that. Because then people will just say, oh, you might as well put it on sale now then. If you're ready to put it on sale in the next 6 to 12 months, you might as well put it on sale now. Why wait? Miss Dovetail said that, maybe. That's difficult because they can't dictate how the sales operate on PlayStation, can they? I presume they can ask and suggest what add-ons and DLCs they want to, or which version of their game they want to have on sale, but I suppose it's up to the Sony for the to have the final say. Speed limit of 15. We'll reach that speed, that's for sure. As we're creeping into T's Yard. Should see there's a little shunter at work. Not quite yet. So the idea is regardless if you have 2 locomotives or 1, what you'll do is the cement wagons come from Eastgate, sorry, and you take them to T's yard, and what happens is you take the empty ones to the yard, and there'll be another set of loaded ones which we're using. We take them to T's yard, we then uncouple the locomotive, couple up to the empty ones, and then haul them back to Darlington, and I'll just keep going for the rest of the day. How many services is it altogether? I think it's 17 altogether, which isn't too bad. I think it's 17, or it might be 27. It's one of those two numbers. I don't think that's too bad, you know, if you cement services, variation, double headed locomotives, single locomotive, empty or loaded. There's another set of PCA wagons over there, cement wagons. And of course you've got the passenger services running up and down the line with an interesting run around at Saltburn, because obviously there's no turntable at Saltburn. Just wait until we reach the stopping point any second now, and now put the brakes on. Going a little bit over the stopping point, but that should be just fine. There we are. Took me just over 30 minutes. Got a silver, I'll take that. We'll head back to the main menu and we'll conduct the passenger service, which I think is really, really cool, quite unique. Well, we've already done the runaround procedure anyway. I completed it, I think, once before, so we won't need to repeat that. I think I've done a video on it anyway, so if you want to know how that works, just pick it up. The price of a local add-on used to be $11.49. The latest local add-on be $12.99, which is an increase, which I think is fair. Yeah, I mean, you know, the local add-ons I don't have much of a problem with. It's the routes I think I have a problem with. You know, it's having common sense at the end of the day. I mean, come on, charging £30 for the Bernina line, which isn't even a full run of the Bernina line. And the fact that they actually started building the route as far as what's it, St. Moritz? If that's how I say it correctly. St. Moritz, St. Moritz. I saw pictures of it on the forums that they put the tracks down there in the mountainous scenery, but obviously left it bare because they had to rush the route out so they can, you know, generate that much needed revenue, which is a pain in the neck. But yeah, I mean, just under 25 miles, paying 30 quid? Nah. Not worth it. Not in any way, shape or form. But, you know, I'll pick up the Bernina line when it's deemed at a price that I think is appropriate. I know people hate me for that. Because, you know, fanboys and so on and so forth, but, you know, they'll buy anything that is available on Train Sim World 4, regardless of how much it costs, but, you know. But do not worry, I will get these new routes and stuff, only when it is deemed appropriate to. Okay. Route indicator lights. That's the tail lights, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's the cab light, very bright indeed. Vacuum brakes for the passengers. Right. I'll turn the cab light off. What platform are we on the left hand side? I'll need to open the doors anyway because I've got to go and change the destination displays on the dead 101s that we are hauling. tail lights on? No, I thought they weren't. They never are. And the passenger lights aren't on either. Just noticed. So destination light. Set to red. We're going to Saltburn. We'll get there. There's Saltburn. How's that looking? Oh, not great. Let's just move it down a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. That's better. Alright, sweet. What's our first stop? Dinsdale. Just over 3 miles away. Presume they're locked. Right, full power, full power. Hey Commander, nice to see you, hope you're well. I do apologise, I said we were going from Saltburn to Darlington. In fact, we're just going from Darlington to Saltburn. Sorry for mixing up there, causing confusion. Oopsie daisy. Speeding a little bit, but that's okay. I'll go under. We're under 35, which is the next limit anyway, and we need to make up for lost time. Actually, someone on a Facebook group asked when Blackpool Primary might be on sale, and someone in the close contact of this is 6 to 12 months with a dev confirming a rough time scale. Alright, fair enough. Omar, nice to see you, hope you're well. Consider getting the DBVR 101 for Rhine-Ruhr route. How do you spell it? Roughly how many services do you get for it? Does it lay onto other German routes? It does lower onto other German routes, quite a few actually. Good grief, how many? That's a good question. I think it's Curl Aachen, Hamburg Lübeck, I'm thinking hard here. Nürnberg Dresden, what else? So many German routes. Bremen Oldenburg, Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel Würzburg, I think that's it, isn't it? That's 5-6 routes. It's not too bad. What was the other question? How many services do you get with it? For the Hauptstrecke Rhine-Ruhr, I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's between 24 and 30 services, which isn't too bad. I don't know. I mean, if you get it, it's bound to work on some of the routes on 8th gen consoles, no doubt. Curl Aachen it will, Hamburg Lübeck definitely, Kassel Würzburg I think so, I'm not too sure. Bremen Oldenburg, again I'm not sure. I don't have an 8th gen console anymore, so I can't really say which routes work and which routes won't work with the DBBR 101. So it's difficult for me to say, but there are some routes that definitely will be compatible with it, because there's not many services that come with the base route timetable anyway. So definitely work on Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr, Gerlachen, maybe Kassel Würzburg, Hamburg Lübeck, Nürburgring Dresden's the one which I'm not really sure. I'm sure someone that has an 8th gen console that already has it can maybe help you on that one. Bremen Oldenburg shouldn't be a problem. Have I missed any out? I don't think I have, but yeah, that's all I know from the top of my head, just thinking on the fly. So but yeah, hope it helps. It's a great locomotive add-on if you've got it. DBBR 101, brilliant locomotive. Nice coaches too, love the coaches. We're alright, we're only 1 mile away from Dinsdale. Along rather nicely. Yes, we're running late. We're going to be late now for the rest of the journey, since I had to set up the destination displays at the rear of the train. Ben Davis, nice to see you. Hope you're well. No, they haven't upped the prices again. Come on, don't worry. Just having a discussion about it. That's right, Tira, yeah. They do lose a coach, which is, you know, it's different. Right, approaching the station. Ideally, I could use the loco brake if I wanted to be a little bit cheeky. Save me some time, but, you know, this will do. Only, what, 3 or so minutes late. It's not too bad. Fast, aren't we? Let's try a bit more. Whoa, stop. Hello. Just made it. This is the first stop of the day. Hip hip hooray. Hey Samuel Smith, nice to see you, hope you're well. Indeed. It is your favourite, I've heard you say it before. Ben Davis is playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 back in 2002. Alright, okay, I don't know what that is, to be fair. So I can't come on now. Oh Marvin, yeah, if that's the case, then it's worth $11.49. I haven't played it recently. I will be honest with you on that one. The 101. So I don't know if any bugs have creeped into the system, but so I can't really say if it's worth the. What is it, $11.49? Then yeah, I'd say pick it up, 100%. Great locomotive, looks great, sounds great, coaches are great. Full power. Use the brakes. Let's go to Teesside Airport, which is the next station stop. We're due there roughly the time we've just departed the first station, so oh well, never mind. As long as we complete the service, that's all that matters. Why is it not livery compatible? Licensing, probably. Maybe could be the biggest reason. That's the only legitimate answer I could give you. Maybe the other answer is because Dovetail haven't maybe forgotten to make it livery compatible and have just left it. That could be another. Probably the latter. But a license reason could be a possibility. Oh, it's alright. Speed limit's increased. Right, full power. Albeit very briefly. Yeah, you know, like I said, you know, at the beginning, I said a few times, this locomotive, whatever situation it's in, it is a challenge. Especially when it comes to the brakes, and if you change the weather up, it'll be even more challenging. That's part of the fun. Part of its character. A bit of a downhill gradient now, but got a bit of a head start with the brakes, so we should be okay. Now I'm thinking about it, I think we're stopping a bit too early, slowing down too early. Oh dear. Thierry, for example, Thierry, I will admit, £5 increase for it's a bit expensive, maybe £2 or £3 increase. So follow the increase of like, I don't know, would have been better. Yeah. Maybe. But, you know. We move on. That's alright, we stopped. We were just short of the stopping point and I thought we weren't going to make it. Did we get the whole train on the platform? We did just, that's okay. This is Teesside Airport. There it is, there's the plane. I do like this little setting here. British Rail sign, a little roundabout, but it doesn't look brilliant. But look at the foliage down here, this is nice. Look at that, that's nice. This is good. The flat grass texture over there is rubbish. This is good. All this field, absolute garbage. All this, very good. Me likey. See the plane over there. Hooray. Full power. Beautiful soundtrack. The next stop is Allens West, 2.5 miles away. Onwards we shall go. Thierry, for example, I think diesel legends are a bit expensive. People ask for additional scenarios and timetables and form of £5 to £10 dovetail charge. 15 as well as old school locos on an untouched route. I agree. I agree. I agree with you there, Thierry. Thierry, what edition of TSW4 did you get Spurs, if you remember? I got the which edition did I get? I can't remember which one it was, to be honest with you, but I didn't get it at launch, that's for sure. I got it on a discount. I was true to my word. I think I got it a month or 2 months after it launched. It was with a discount. I think I got it for, I'd like to say at the time, I'm thinking 30-ish, between 40 and 30 pounds. It was roughly that. I can't remember the exact number. It's been a rather long time. You got a GS4 Deluxe just gave me a 20% discount, yeah. Alright, fair enough. I'm going too slow. 3 minutes late. About the norm. Unlock the doors. Yes, I did. Good. Here we are at Allen's West. Where's that other British Rail sign? There it is. Got a chime on the watch. Notification. Don't know what that's about. Something to do with Instagram. Take a look at that later. Alright, let's lock the doors. We're 4 minutes late. We've got to pick up the pace. The next stop is, excuse me, Eagles Cliff. Just over 2 miles away. As always, if you'd enjoyed the stream so far, feel free to hit the thumbs up button below, and if you are watching for the very first time, be it live or on playback, then really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. As far as the next stream is concerned, it will be this Sunday on the 28th of January 2024. We'll be concluding our Tees Valley adventure with the BR Class 20. Reason we straight ahead, the locomotive brake has become really effective over the course of this journey. Feels like this should be the main train brake. Much more effective. Certainly good for braking, I'll give it that. We are at Eagles Cliff. The next stop is Thornaby, just under 3 miles away. Commodities or legends are somewhat worth it, only if you have West Cornwall as well. If you don't, then yeah, it's not great. I enjoyed it personally though. Yeah, I mean, when I got it, I didn't buy it straight away. Why? Because I didn't have the money back then, I don't think. When I did, you know, I knew what I was expecting. You know, it wasn't really much. It was, well, pretty much a gameplay pack, really, to be honest. But it came with a completely new timetable. That was what really interested me, and I thought it was okay for what the timetable offered. And the fact you could use all the other locomotives from the other old school British routes, like your, you know, Transpennine, heavy freight pack, all Tees Valley locomotives. Samuel Smith, which do you prefer, passenger or freight with the 31? That's a good question. I quite like both, to be honest with you. I don't really have a preference. Both are just different, great challenges. Oops, need to brake. Speed will be down to 45. Yeah, passenger is interesting, Samuel Smith. I'll give it that. It's not every day you have a locomotive hauling or towing a pair of or a set of 101s that are dead. So it's an unusual way to operate passenger service, and the fact you've got to do a run around at Saltburn is unique. I think of the only type of passenger service where you have to have a locomotive uncouple and run around the train and couple up to the other end, I think is the 110, isn't it, on Bremen-Oldenburg, if I'm not mistaken. Break. About to go past Tees Yard as we're coming into Thornaby. Sammy Swift, I prefer the 150s over the 101, to be honest. Same here, I mean, I like the 150. Always have done. I did like the 101s a lot, but for some reason when operating its gearbox, sometimes when changing gear you accidentally change the reverser. So if you want to put it in, I don't know, first gear or something, and you end up putting it in reverse, and then you end up going backwards when you don't really want to. You want to go forwards. So that's a bit annoying, you know, when you change gear and the game thinks you're changing the reverser, which you're not. So yeah, I did like the 101, but now it's just annoying to operate that, to be honest with you, because the game confuses itself thinking you're changing the reverser rather than changing gear. So I prefer the 150. The 150 isn't, it looks great, you know, there are a few things I'm not a fan of. The sound isn't brilliant. There are some little details in there which they didn't do very well, like when you close the door, you can't press the switch to close the door. You have to just put the cursor on the door and it will close itself, which, you know, is a small niggle of mine, but, you know, it's something I'm not a fan of, you know. So yeah, I definitely think the 150 can be represented better. Hopefully one day there'll be a sound pack or something like that for an update to it that will make the 150 sound better, but I have my doubts, because it's been over 2 years, isn't it, since it came out. So was it 2021 came out, I think, West Cornwall. What are we now, 24? The next stop is Middlesbrough, the halfway point of the journey. Full power. Put some air back into the brake pipe. Better. See if we can make up some lost time with a bit of a high speed charge to Middlesbrough. 55. I don't find the brakes annoying, Samuel Smith. Just it's part of the challenge of operating it, really. Yeah, I agree, Commander. You know, I like the freight aspect just as much as the passenger aspect, especially when it's done well in this way. You know, in a heavy industrial area where freight really takes precedent over passenger. But it's nice, you know, to have that option of passenger duties. You know, wouldn't it be cool to, I don't know, have UK route in the future, maybe in a modern setting, where you're you know, ports like Felixstowe or something like that, you know, or Wembley Euro Terminal, you know, something like that that has a heavy freight presence. With passenger, you know, sprinkled into the mix as well. I think that'd be quite cool. What route that will be, I don't know. And will it ever happen? I don't know. Probably not. But no, you can only dream. It'll be interesting. That was to happen. I don't really think we've had a modern UK route that's freight focused, if you like. It's focused, you know, mainly on freight, but with a bit of passenger as well. There's a little side piece. That's what Tees Valley really is, really, predominantly freight, with passenger included as well. Sugar, find the wrong brakes, it's my fault. That's my fault. Yeah, back into the brake pipe after confusing myself with the different brake types. Past a bit of industry that I'd love to know what it is, and why we can't access it. Hopefully one day. Problem with the overhead camera, it's difficult to tell because it's so far away. It's almost like it was probably part of the route that was included in maybe the concept, but was never finished for some unknown reason. Certainly gained a bit of time. I think we were nearly 4 minutes late at one stage. Now I think we're just cutting that down by a couple of minutes, which isn't too bad. Still running late, which ain't great, but you know, cutting it down a bit, which is good. We are at Middlesbrough. In real life, the Riverside Stadium would be, I think, just across the road from the main station. Obviously, the Riverside Stadium wasn't built until I think the late 90s, 96 actually, or 97. Hence why it's not present in the game. Riverside Stadium didn't exist in the late 80s. We do have PIS displays in operation. If I'm correct. Indeed. What's ours? 804 Saltburn, that's right. Looks like one of the first ones of the day. Some services terminate at Middlesbrough, and some don't. The next stop is South Bank. Apologies for going over the speed limit there, I didn't look where I was going. Now speed limit of 60, so we should be okay. Just to see the crossing gates are in operation. They open and close. Not South Bank, don't worry. It's not the station we're stopping at. I know, I thought briefly for a second, was that the station we're meant to stop at, but it's not, so don't worry. Haven't massively overshot. Make it within the minute here, that's pretty good. It's good going. This is South Bank here, right in the industrial heart of these factories and coal factories and steel yards. A little bit hot. Whoa, break. Oops, gone a little bit farther. My bad. Kept the game happy though. Let's see how bad was it in the end. Oh, not too bad. Still got the garages on the platform, so that's good. Commander, just realised the O8 doesn't work on Scenario Planner with garages. There goes my Royal Mail shunting scenario. Oh no, does it not? With carriages. No, it wouldn't, would it? No. I was going to say, maybe in the free roam mode you could, but then it's what you do in the free roam mode, I suppose. Where you're going to or from. No, DOA is compatible in the livery designer actually. Well, we're coming up to the next station stop is Redcar British Steel, which is no longer in existence. And for us of time, I think Britain's least used station back in late 2010s, I think. The wonderful Jeff Marshall did a video on it once, I think. 2017, 18, 16, that kind of period. Not much there really, so I can see why it's been bulldozed and ripped up. Probably made way for housing, probably. Not every stop, train stops at Redcar British Steel on the timetable, so it's quite cool that we get to stop at Redcar British Steel. Not all services stop at passenger services, that is. Stop at Teesside Airport at either, so it's quite cool at this service in particular. We get to stop at Redcar British Steel and Teesside Airport. And we've missed a couple of stations, I believe, so I don't know if that station ever gets served, to be honest with you. I've never seen a train stop at that station. Come on, the signals all stay red for whatever reason. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry to hear that. Just made an EWS livery for it as well. Oh, EWS, that's a nice livery. I think I've seen a livery of that before on the scenario plan I had once before. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was an EWS livery. Can use in timetable mode, so that's a belief. Indeed. It'd be nice to have a modern UK route set in the northeast of England, like maybe, you know, route set between, I don't know, Middlesbrough and Newcastle or something like that, you know, or Hull or something like that, you know, quite cool. Right, we've got a break. We're coming up to Redcar British Steel. Pretty cool about Tees Valley is that you can whoa, going way too fast, my goodness. Oh, I've gone overboard with that one. Oopsie daisy. Oh dear, I think very well. I think we'll reverse that one. My bad. Go back a little bit. Not too much. Don't want to go completely past the signal. Just enough, hopefully enough to get the carriages on the platform. Don't worry, passengers, haven't left you all behind. Haven't completely left the station. Be careful. There we go. This is red car bridge of steel. It's even got a digger right there, ready to dig it up, probably. It predicted the future. That's quite a cool view. The factories in the background, and the plants, coal facilities there. Oh, a night tube livery. Oh, that'd be quite cool. I've never seen a night tube livery. What does that look like? Of interest. I remember when Night Tube launched. It was, as far as liveries go, I only saw the London Underground logo with the colours being replaced by, you know, the nighttime sky, you know, and stars and all that. Oh shit! Excuse my language. He bottled it there and he forgot to put it in forwards. I remember just in time. The next stop is Redcar Central. I might be able to get on time here if we're lucky. Just might have a little hiccup at Redcar Bridge of Steel. The Night Sky one. I didn't know there was a livery for it on an underground train before. Did they do that in real life, did they? I know they did it for the logo. I didn't know they did it for the actual train. Wow. I'm not sure for the overground either. Look forward to seeing that. Small little overground route. The Goblin Line looks like in Train Sim World. I think Dovetail done a good job for it, fingers crossed. I hope it's cheap too. Should be, it's only 13 bleeding miles. Fingers crossed. Oh, there's not going to be any DLCs released in January, so from Dovetail's side, so that's a blessing, I suppose. Means they're working hard on improving the game. Less DLCs, the better for once. That might help us decelerate quicker. Keep an eye on the time as well, isn't it? Just gone 10 in the 4 minutes past 10 in the UK. Keep an eye on unlocking the door for front door, that's all. It's locked, but there's no time to unlock it and then finish the stream. For me mum. Back into the brake pipe. I do like this station over at Car Central. Nice architecture, especially cool with this what looks to be like an old, used to be like an engine shed or little bay maybe for goods trains or something to unload their stock. Not sure, something like that. It's pretty cool. Well, going to Saltburn, that is. go. Into the shelter. At least you're dry, that's for sure. Here we are at Redcar Central. Just running late. That's not too bad at all. It's a save. What's the service pattern like on here? Roughly an hour, I'd say. 2 an hour, 3 an hour maybe. I'd say roughly 2 an hour by the looks of it. It's not too bad. It's going to and from Redcar. Either Saltburn or Darlington. It's not bad. 2 trains an hour. Not bad at all. Just need to lock the door. Sounds good undercover. The next stop is Redcar East, which isn't too far away at all. Less than a mile, in fact. There we go. Here we are at Redcar East. I do like this station, amongst the local community, the houses. It's a station literally serving the people of Redcar, or nearby Saltburn. I do like this station. Cozy little station. Not much to it, but it does the job. I think we made it on time as well, which is nice for a change. Next stop is Mask. 2 miles away. How long is the stream been on for? Oh, only an hour 30. It's not too bad. the previous couple of streams, I think, which have gone over the 2-hour mark, so that's good. Trying to keep my streams under the 2-hour mark, but sometimes it doesn't always go to plan. Stopping at that station, we're not, don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic, Mr. Mannery. Got 1.1% uphill gradients, that should help us reduce speed. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know how long it would take to create a really good livery, like an accurate livery on the livery design. Probably a few weeks, let alone a few days. For me it would take years, because I'm a terrible artist. I'm terrible at making liveries in general. It's well hard to use the livery designer. I've started using it a bit more, you know, like looking at people's creations and see what they've done, and some of them are pretty good. Considering what you have to work with. I'm sure the graphics of the respective liveries could be a bit sharper, but people can't, you know, the creators can't do much about that. Only Dovetail can do something about that. Or whoever. This is Mask. There's the British Rail sign. I think they've only got, what, a couple of more stops, I think? Oh no, just one more. That's Saltburn. The seaside town of Saltburn. Well, that's alright, come on, you don't have to share them if you don't want to. Your choice. Yeah, it takes her 2 days, but I would toot my own horn, mine are good. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, you'd be a damn sight better than me. I'm shocking at making liveries, be it on Train Sim World, racing games, you name it. I'm bloody awful at it, to be honest. I haven't got a keen eye, I haven't got a good eye for design. Or just art in general. Or drawing. Absolutely terrible. So you can imagine how fiddly it would be on a PlayStation, let alone a paint pot and, or crayons or pencils, whatever. Someone walking very fast paced, albeit very slowly. He's doing the moonwalk. He's trying to. With his suitcase, obviously trying to get to work. Or wherever he's going. Good to see that we made up for lost time. The previous 2 stops in this station and the next one we're on time, which is good. Right, let's go to the next and final stop, which is Saltburn, where this train will terminate and the stream will come, and where the stream will come to an end. Saltburn is just over 1.5 miles away. It's been good fun. It's nice to get on some of the old routes I've been on for a very long time and have a play. It's good fun. new stuff isn't always the best stuff. Is there a passenger service at Saltburn? No, there is not. Okay. No problems then. We'll have to wait for a train to depart. I wonder where those tracks go to. Somewhere. Come on, if I could use the Dovetail Live, I could share them for you to use or something. It's alright, don't have to, it's alright. Don't need to go to the trouble of messing around with Dovetail Live and all that. It can be a bit fiddly now and again, I must admit. Especially with logging in and all that. Because you can't do it on the game sometimes, you have to do it, you know, on a browser or something, or on its website. See over there. Yeah, holiday park by the looks of it. Platform we're stopping in the first one, I believe. Might be the second one, I don't know. Whichever way they're numbered. And here we are, here is Saltburn and Journey's End. Platform 1 I was right. Whoop. There we go. Oh, there we are. Journey's End. Here at Saltburn. Nice little station. Nice little station. The town around it don't look brilliant, but you know. The station is nice though. I'll give it that. The building as well looks like a warehouse of some description. Thought it was a train shed at once, but it's not. There we are. We got a gold. Excellent. Brilliant. Despite being late most of the way, we managed to complete the journey in one piece. And finally got there on time. That took me just over an hour and 6 minutes. We stopped at Dinsdale, Teesside Airport, Allens West, Eagles Cliff, Fornaby, Middlesbrough, Southbank, Redcar British Steel, Redcar Central, Redcar East, Marske, and finally terminated at Saltburn for a total of 12 stops. In total, I even got an achievement for doing the right thing, apparently. But there we are. That was a good stream, that. I enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. If you did, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then yeah, feel free to subscribe to the channel. The next stream will once again be on Tees Valley, but this time it will be on we'll be using a different locomotive. We will be completing the little trilogy with the lovely little locomotive, the very unusual BR Class 20. So hopefully you can join me for that, for some more freight fun on Tees Valley. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.